All right, everybody, my name's Colton from McLogan Supply. I'm here with
Zach, aka Zach, aka the Can of Corn.
We're here in the ROQ booth in Long Beach, California. What are you excited for in 2023 for ROQ?
Super excited to just see our partnerships and our family and community continue to grow. You know, we're seeing a lot more green in the field, which is awesome. You know, they're super user-friendly presses, so it's really cool to see, you know, beginners, people that have been experienced in screen printers, just getting into it and getting involved in the automation. You know, it really is the future of any screen printing shop. You know, you really have to start looking at automation if you want to be able to continue to grow in a business standpoint, you know, or even an artistic standpoint. You know, you really want to be able to have those tools in your arsenal that can get you to the next level. So just being able to equip more people with the presses is the real goal, and you know, we want to start pushing digital too more in this year, so that will be exciting to see. But as long as we just continue to see more people bleeding green, that's the real goal.
Right. What are you doing in 2023 to become a better tech, a better screen printer, a better you?
Just keep pushing it. You know. Just trying to figure out, you know, how can I improve my process and how can I simplify it? You know, I go into a lot of shops and, you know, they're still in the early development stages of their process, or, you know, they may be further down the line. So just being able to gauge, you know, where are they at, how can I help them? You know, what have I learned in my process that I can put into their arsenal, and then, you know, what can I take from them? I'm fortunate enough where I go into a lot of the top shops in the country, and even outside the country. So just being able to like take little things from each shop and add it to my arsenal, especially in the development stages of where I'm at, building my own print lab, you know, for real testing and automation. So it's fun.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that. We see on social media you're in some of the biggest shops across the country, even internationally. What is your favorite thing about going into these shops? Is it learning? Is it talking to people? Is it just seeing new things in general?
It's all of it, man. Like you already know, like I'm a huge geek when it comes to this stuff. I nerd out, so I get super amped just being around it. You know, it's funny, like most people are really looking for that 5 o'clock, you know, clock out, get back to the hotel, and me, I'm like, hey, can I stay in here all night? So, you know, just being around those people. A lot of these shops I looked up to, whether I was watching them, trying to learn from them online when I was getting into it and stuff. So just to be in there, like being in the atmosphere, seeing the team atmosphere, and you know, going in, like my goal has always been to be like one of the best printers in the industry of all time. So to be able to get into these shops and see a lot of these printers, see how they're throwing down, and seeing, you know, what's that level of expertise you have to be at, it's a privilege, man. It's awesome, you know? So.
Yeah. So again, building on that, what is the best? What makes you the best screen printer? Is it your knowledge? Is it your will to learn? Is it your presses? What is the best to you?
To me, and it's kind of funny because it's the way I train in my shop, is like when people come in, they want to learn screen printing and stuff. When I start them at ground zero, it's like, hey, the goal is not to be a good screen printer, it's to be a great production manager. Because a great production manager knows how to throw down, they know how to hop on presses, they know how to get it, they understand the flow of production, but they also understand how to keep the quality at a high level, you know, and that's, for me, I look at it as what really separates great from good is like, all right, you know, how many variables do you have left? You know, like I was fortunate enough where I was able to speak to, in my opinion, one of the best of all time recently at his shop, and like the question I asked him, it was like, how many variables you got left that you're trying to solve, you know, and he'll go down the list with you, like, this is what I want to do, this is what I do. So like, just staying hungry, you know, like if you go into a print shop and they think they have the best process, like, you know right away they don't. You know, there's too much development in this industry and everything that we're trying to do. So, you know, just being humble, like wanting to get to the next level and stuff, I feel like that is what separates you from being like good and great.
Yeah. So one last question. So we are seeing a lot of development in the industry with technological advances, digital solutions. What is your advice to a print shop that strives to be the best or wants to learn?
Push the table every day. The big thing I would say, and we saw it in our shop that made a huge difference, is making time for research and development. You know, a lot of shops, they're so focused on getting to the next level, increasing their business, increasing the intake on how much they can bring in to put out and stuff, that they don't schedule that time anymore to be like, all right, like how do we get this better, you know? And it can be the smallest thing. It could be like, you know, are we using the best emulsion for our shop? Are we getting the best screen coating and stuff like that? You know, you see so many shops get caught up in the daily hustle that they forget to, that's like how you started. You started just learning and developing. So yeah, with that, I would just say constantly make time for research and development. You're not going to get better, you're not going to become the best you can be unless you're working towards that and making time for it. So
I 100% agree. Well, thank you, Zach. I appreciate your time, bro.
Always.
It's a pleasure.
Hell yeah.
Rock on. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Hell yeah.